It's a lightweight showdown in Qatar. Dan Tom here with MMA Junkie to help you break down the main event for UFC Fight Night 265 between Arman Tsarukyan and Dan Hooker. Tsarukyan, who was supposed to fight Islam Makhachev for the title to kickstart the year, fortunately lost that opportunity by not being able to make the fight at the 11th hour, and has subsequently been swimming upstream to find himself in his kind of place atop the division ever since. However, he's got a fight with Dan Hooker that hopefully for his sake can bring him back to relevance, but Dan Hooker is a dangerous customer. At the time of this video, the odds makers and the public are favoring Tsarukyan in the neighborhood of minus 530 with a comeback on your underdog Hooker in the neighborhood of plus 360. Now, the odds weren't quite wide at openers, but public money has been pouring in on the Tsarukyan side, and I get it. This guy was going to fight for the title, and a lot of people, whether they were picking him or not, thought they could give, pound for pound king Islam Makhachev a run for his money, kind of like he did in their first fight. Dan Hooker, though, is a tricky customer. He might not have the accolades of a Makhachev, but the guy's experienced, he's durable. He is comfortable in every phase of the fight. And his arguable weakness, which has kind of been his wrestling and defense, well, he's been making efforts to get better at that as far as the defensive grappling goes. That being said, defensive striking hasn't necessarily been Hooker's forte, despite being an absolute killer offensively. So I expect it to be a potent two-way street there with Tsarukyan's improved striking, coupled with his wrestling. I get why he's the favorite, but this is a real dangerous fight. For more in-depth analysis, official picks, and all that jazz, go check out my in-depth breakdown over at MMAJunkie.com, where you can find results this weekend.